Alicia Roberts and Why We Do Alicia's Ride. My name is Enyce Roberts, and I am the daughter of Alicia Roberts. My mother was diagnosed in 2010 with two different types of heart diseases, dilated cardiomyopathy and congestive heart failure at the young age of 26. While giving birth to me in 2002, she had to have an emergency C-section because she was experiencing severe preeclampsia and high blood pressure that could have given her a stroke. She had me at 7 months, which caused me to be premature, weighing 2 pounds and 8 ounces. After my mom had my sister Amaya Bird in 2009, she started to experience some changes in her body, such as constantly passing out, being out of breath easily by just standing up or walking, and her feet beginning to swell for standing long periods of time. One night, as my mother was getting ready for bed, she said she felt like it was water around her heart. She also stated that it felt like every time she took a breath, it felt like she was underwater. She immediately rushed to the hospital after getting many tests. She was diagnosed with dilated cardiomyopathy and congestive heart failure. During the beginning of her heart disease journey, she felt lost and depressed. My mom felt like the disease was a one-way ticket to death. While my mother was on her heart disease journey, she started cardiac rehab at Liberty Regional Medical Center in Hinesville, Georgia. While at cardiac rehab, she was able to exercise and test her heart. My mother's cardiac rehab nurse, Sandra Wells, helped her to be heart strong and helped her to see a different outlook on life. While at cardiac rehab, my mother was able to find a support group called Women Heart Savannah, where they helped her live with heart disease and gave her a new way of living. While participating in Women Heart Savannah, my mother was able to engage and interact with women who had a heart disease as well. Being a part of Women Heart Savannah made such an impact on my mother that she decided to found Women Heart Hinesville alongside with Miss Sandra Wells, where they were able to be that helping hand and voice for those who have heart disease or at risk of heart disease. In 2018, Women Heart Hinesville officially started. My mother was able to share her story and be an outreach to her community by going to churches, school boards, and hospitals. My mother was also a heart champion. She was able to go to New York and Minnesota to be with other heart champions, to be recognized, and to go to workshops for their diligence in their communities. In Hinesville, Georgia, my mother was recognized for her hard work in the community and her relentless spirit for being an activist for heart health. One of her last projects was a PSA covering the mortality rate of mothers. Since Georgia has one of the highest mortality rates in the U.S., it was great hearing the women's stories of their journeys. Unfortunately, on February 23rd, 2020, my mother passed. She fought a good fight, and she made a difference for others and herself in her heart disease journey. She told me one day that this disease gave her a purpose like never before. She felt as though having heart disease gave her a second chance at life. My community continues her legacy by having a walk day on February 23rd. Alicia Roberts Day is March 7th, and the week of Valentine's Day is Cardiac Rehabilitation Week. Also, she was recognized at the Red Heart Gala by receiving the Biggest Heart Award. My family has an event this Saturday before Easter called Alicia's Ride, where my family and the community drive our cars in a parade starting at the Riceboro Pavilion in Riceboro, Georgia, throughout the country roads of Riceboro, back to the pavilion, just to have a good day. Thank you for allowing me to share my mother's story and letting her journey live on.